Alright, today we are looking at the state of play for August 6th. This one kind of snuck up on me. I wasn't expecting it, but I just got off of work. Can't wait to watch it. We'll see what, we'll get to see what's going on in the world of Sony, so to speak. Let me see if my mic is adjusted correctly. There we go, that's good. Right about there. So overall, I can say that I'm excited for the PS5, but I know there's no PS5 news coming out here, so I'm not going to try to hype myself up. They said there's going to be nothing dealing with hardware for the PS5 for this one, so I am wondering exactly what it is that we're going to see. After seeing the Microsoft event, I'm hoping for something that actually shows gameplay, but you know, Sony did both the PS5 event, so I am just as, if not as eager for. I'm just as eager for this one. I still wonder though, to this day, whether like some of the CGI for the PS5 one, I wonder if they like rendered that using the PS5. I feel as though if they did, they would say something about it. But I thought it would be interesting if that was like something they, like, hey, this graphics video has been rendered on PS5. But alright. Oh, let me see where we're at. Alright, 1 minute left. I wonder if like one day if I get a webcam this will be easier, or if I should just describe what it is I'm doing right now. I'm leaning back in my chair with my hands on my head in that relaxed position that you do. So far I can say that I really wish that this was a that this didn't show constantly over and over again. But here we are. Okay, 15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, as abrupt as I thought it would be. Okay, one. Alright, while it's doing this, can we talk about the fact that like whenever the PS4 has been on for too long, how the rest mode will do that and you can no longer turn on your PS4 anymore? Really annoying. Alright, what we're seeing first.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neo Cortex and Dr. Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day.
Of course it is.
Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is the first totally new game in the Crash Bandicoot series in over a decade.
It'd be interesting if we could play as Coco like all the time.
To reintroduce longtime fans as well as new players to this amazing franchise.
That is true, because I have not played
incorporate the
a Crash game
tense, precise,
in
and
years,
perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with. And then we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today. Let's start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started, and where we pick things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style.
Okay,
Our
I
art
feel as though
teams
they
wanted
used
to
like
take
the similar
inspiration
engine of the
from not just the
remake.
original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games, all while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore. Throughout Crash 4, you'll see wide-open new vistas, new character models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that also comes new additions to the platform,
wall running,
like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail zip line as well.
Was that ice?
The original
like, how do you get
trilogy,
rid of that fire?
specifically Crash Warped, There were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle. That seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we have loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game.
I'm not even gonna lie, seeing that with emotion, that's actually pretty dope. I would express yourself
while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here. Skins are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels.
Okay, that's how you get the
Crash
gamers
4
on your
also
side right there.
introduces
No
the quantum
microtransactions.
masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button.
Alright, gravity guy.
Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you.
I wonder what the limit is for some of this
Lonnie
stuff.
Lowly, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's going to have to wait for another day.
What we can tell you
today,
like actual,
is that Crash isn't the only character you get to take control of during this adventure. For starters, you can play the entire game as Coco.
Ooh.
Any level that you can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco.
Gender equality.
It's also very important for us that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex.
Well.
He's all about using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingo Dial.
Okay.
I repeat, you get to play as Dingo Dial in Crash
I really
4.
wonder how this would come into the story.
And a lot has changed
like, why would
in
I
the
need to
years
play as
since we last
Cortex
saw
if he's the
Dingo
main
Dial.
villain?
In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension.
Spoiler alert.
Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game.
Is that Sonar?
In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table. So we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call Inverted Mode. It's our souped-up, bumpa-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspectives shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward.
Okay, so it's like a
We've even got one that feels like an
plus.
old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well.
Yeah, like
Once
a new game
unlocked,
plus.
players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them.
Okay. I don't think I could ever platinum a Crash Bandicoot game.
So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Experience the space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
I might should have picked that up. Why should I always intended on picking that one up. Okay, that was a good start
Today's
though.
State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too.
Okay, PS5
We
gameplay.
open
All
the
right.
show with an all-new look at Crash 4. It's About Time, coming to PlayStation 4 on October 2nd. Now let's keep the party going with the latest from IO Interactive.
Okay, I've actually never played a Hitman game. I'm ashamed to say it. I've never played one. I always thought they were interesting though. They're just not quite as stealthy as I would like. They seem to me more like, what's the best way to describe them? Like, I can't even think of the word right now. But let me pay attention to this right now.
It's your big day.
But I'm more of a Metal Gear Solid type stealth than a Hitman type stealth.
Oh, don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself. Well, I have to go.
Okay, so I'm seeing. All right, so VR, that's actually pretty legit. I'm wondering how deep it goes though. Also, what's the frame rate? Because I'm looking at this right now from this screen. I'm already getting a little motion sick from the frame rate. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, that's legit. I don't have a VR headset, so I won't be able to play it, but we'll see. Not actual gameplay, but actual graphics. It's literally that realistic. Look at these clouds. Realism. That book is rendered. Okay, I have no clue what's going on here. I don't know why, but this makes me think that this is like that Eliza game that came out on PS Plus. That no, not Eliza, it was Erica or something like that. One of those live FMV games. Could you imagine though if they said like, "Oh yeah, we're bringing an FMV game. That's what we're about to show you right now." Okay. Okay, I know this one. I know this one. I know this game. I didn't play it, but I know this game. Dang, what is it? What is it? What is it? Braid? Okay, yeah, Braid. Yep.
We are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition.
Wow, 13
It's
years.
the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern high resolutions.
Many areas have been
Hand
re-envisioned to
repainted.
make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game. There are
9
new
times the
animations for
resolution.
smoother motion,
Improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
We plan to make it the most detailed commentary in any game ever. So if you want to learn how
Okay.
video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope
Alright.
you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
That's cool. I like developer commentaries. It is weird though that they repainted the game, considering how it already
The
looked good.
Pathless is a mythic
So-
adventure set on a mystical island. Let's take a quick tour in this new footage captured from PS5.
Ah, yes, a mythic adventure on a mystical
Hi everyone,
island.
this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid.
A good
I'm excited to
generic
share more with you today
way
about
to
our upcoming
describe your
game,
game.
The Pathless.
But I'll give it its fair share, but that was just a very generic way of saying the very...
The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter.
Okay. I can't...
The Hunter is a master of archery.
This
She
arch
can
star
shoot
reminds me of
talismans
Dauntless.
to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape.
That's the first thing that came up off the top of my head. I know there are other games that are very similar to this.
Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless. So the
Okay.
game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights.
Okay.
This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast
I see the
and
bar at the
performing
bottom.
acrobatic
Alright, that must
maneuvers.
be what your dash is.
You instantly feel
Yep.
as skilled as the hunter
So if that
herself.
runs out, you must run out of dash. That's interesting. So this is like... Is this like the whole HUD? This might be the whole HUD. I mean, by all means, minimalistic HUD that
With
actually
help from
gets
the
the pointer
eagle,
across.
you can
is
even
fine.
fly. The bond between the hunter and the eagle is central in the Pathless.
Okay.
You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping.
I'm feeling like this is like another Shadow of the Colossus type deal. Like you have an animal buddy, and you explore like a vast area. These orbs, though, are making
Make
it
sure you pet the eagle to
much
keep
more
it clean
unique.
and in good flying condition.
Okay. Okay, with how
You'll find secrets all
towards
over
the end that
island.
looked really unnatural, so
if
I
you
feel
know
as though
where to
you're
look.
doing that with the thumbstick.
Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap.
I already know, looking at this game, that eagle
You'll
is
also
going to have
discover
some
larger
super
puzzles to
glitches
solve
going
in
on
ancient
with it.
structures.
You're definitely going to see some clips of that eagle doing some weird stuff. Okay, so it's a puzzle game. So it's just like a bunch of Zelda-esque type dungeons that you have to solve puzzles for?
The Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open world games, there's no map. Instead, the hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been. Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision. Giant cursed spirits, the source of the darkness, will pose a constant threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle.
Is the eagle important? Okay, that thing would really do a good job of separating me from the eagle. Yeah, there it goes. That thing seems really overpowered for the simple task of separating me from the eagle.
Stay still in the light to avoid detection.
But I'm loving this atmosphere right now. The whole switch of the color palette to this is actually really impressive.
You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks. When the obelisks are restored, the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
Oh wow, this actually... Okay, see, I would play the game just for these types of set pieces. This is... actually looks amazing. The fact that you get this sense of speed. Good dodge. Like, at a certain point, she's not even running. She's just skating across the grass. But this is actually... Okay, do it up another. This game looks like it has a whole lot going for it, at least. Good art style, a lot of stuff to do. Boss fights and puzzles.
The hunter and eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world.
Still getting very much Shadow Colossus vibes, though, to a certain extent.
I hope you've enjoyed this overview
puzzles.
of the Pathless. We've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore and discover.
Okay, but speaking of scratching the surface, that was
Pathless
a
is
lot
coming
of
out later this
gameplay.
year. Thanks for watching.
They showed a lot of gameplay and a lot of the gameplay mechanics, which makes me think that this game is pretty close to feature complete. In which case, they have like pretty much the game is good bit done. They probably just needs to polish it. Yeah, it's like another front runner for the PS5, so I might pick that one up.
Let's see what's in store for
Shoot, there's
Spelunky
definitely
2.
nothing else to play. Let's go.
Hi, my name is
PS5 all
Derek
day.
Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky.
Ooh, Spelunky 2. A lot of PC players are
For
going to be happy about
Spelunky
this.
2, I wanted to make
About those
sure we
indie
made
PC
something
players.
that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place.
It's definitely interesting how they changed the art
So
style.
many people became fans of the game through
It's
their
more like a
friends
Flash
and
game
family,
than the,
and even strangers on the
Spelunky
internet.
that I'm used to seeing.
That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer.
Similar but different.
So that more people can play the game together.
Okay,
And
online
I also
multiplayer,
wanted to
that's-
include that
okay.
feeling of community into Spelunky
doubt I
2
could get
itself
any of my
to make
friends to
sure
play
that
this
the
game,
game
but-
felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family.
Okay.
I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys and find hidden passageways. And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves. As a result, the stories
branching
players create will
pathways,
have much
hidden
more texture to
pathways,
them.
and turkeys.
Even after many,
Cool.
many hours
Alright.
of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about.
Oh my gosh.
And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game.
Look at that derp dog.
I
They made
have
the dog
two
derpier.
types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun
Not sure what
experience
happened
with
there.
friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility
I feel
was
like this
out
game
there
just
is what's
still
been
moves at
exciting
a
for me and the
breakneck
rest of the
speed.
team.
It's an
In a lot
interesting
of
way
ways,
physics,
when
huh?
Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That
2D
feeling
water
that there's
physics are
something
weird
special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2.
Good dodge.
It's been a long journey, but
then again,
I think it's going to be worth it.
I feel as though, like, seeing some of these deaths, I feel as though they were actually... I feel as though these might be organic deaths. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, so like, next month. Cool. Not bad. I think this is going to be pretty,
We've got a bunch
You're gonna
of
see that
new
one be pretty
PS4
popular on
updates
PC
to
and
share
home
with you,
release.
starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
Okay, closer look. First look, I feel, because I've not heard anything about this game up until this point.
Hey, there's something strange over there.
Getting some
Come on,
Tales of
let's take a
Vesperia
look.
vibes. Very anime looking. For some reason that reminds me of Breath of the Wild. That doesn't help either with the Breath of the Wild feeling. Okay, there's some elements.
I summon thee.
Lots of magic here. Okay, that did not look like that much of a speed boost for wind. What is this game? Someone please announce what is this game. Have some text on the screen. What is happening? It's co-op?
I deal in death. If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
Is it an MMO?
What is this disturbance to which I awaken?
This is an interesting dub.
Think you can get away?
I wish y'all could see my face. This is like I'm strangely interested. I just want to know what this game is though. Like I probably wouldn't play it, but there's so many questions on my mind. What was that? Is it co-op? Is it an MMO? Was that a boss fight? Is it like Dauntless? Is it Monster Hunter where you go on missions? What is happening?
For the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercies. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance?
Okay.
This ambition of yours, what a waste of stardust.
What is this?
Go all out or go home, Emperor.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That looks like Unicron. Ow. Okay, here's my thing right now. This game looks interesting. It looks unique. It's kind of hard to follow in this trailer though. Aeon Must Die. Is this like a sequel to something that I don't know about? Okay. That was like a very precise jump. Okay, it's pixel art. Didn't notice that from a distance. Which is fine. I'm actually a sucker for pixel art, especially if it comes to like clean animation. It's really good. Okay, this looks pretty clean though. I'm getting like some weird Nier Automata vibes. My question is though, so did that boat in the beginning have to do with anything? Because literally that boat was like a whole different art style. But okay, I thought the boat was going to be something different. I know little to nothing. Y'all got to start explaining what's going on in these games.
Let's check out some gameplay footage captured from PS5.
My invitation is open.
I think Bugsnax showed up in the last one. I don't know, but this looks oddly familiar.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a 2-bit con artist. Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense. I swear, if you chase this Bugsnax story, you're out of a job!
You're the journalist! Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a Bugsnax right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite Bugsnax is. And feed it to me, obs.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses Papa.
I'm so confused because they're actually made out of the thing that they're eating.
Well, I have a few
Are they cannibals?
prototype traps that I could put to use.
Or is this literally like a
You're pretty good at stuff, and
you are what
nobody
you
hates
eat.
you yet. You can catch Bugsnax and bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
There's a lot of prosthetics going on here. Are they eating each other?
Say you do find these Bugsnax and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
I know I'm ignoring the fact that this game actually looks not good. It doesn't look like it's using any of the power needed for a PS5.
There's a lot more in store.
Maybe that's
Let's
a good one
start
for the
with an
kids.
update on an eagerly
Maybe,
awaited
but
PlayStation VR
I wouldn't
game.
play it. But all power to them. That one, like, it was really cutting close to being that close to an indie game.
Is wrong with you?
Well, obviously, I don't know what to say about that one. There are still a lot of questions for that one. Not my cup of tea, though. Can definitely say that.
Stop, Vida.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
This one? Okay, alright, hear me out. I know I'm being really critical right now. Does this not seem like a game that would be on, like, the PS2? That, like, you would have to have a peripheral for? Like, this is, like, beyond VR. Like, this is like a Disney game. Like, you go to Disneyland, go to the Star Wars area, and there would be a ride here that would do that.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
Is this? Okay, so is this Control 2? Control 2 that fast? Or is this a DLC for the game? Both would be weird that you're announcing a DLC, but you must be really hyped about this DLC for you to be announcing it like that. But it's Control, alright. I have not played Control, but at least I know what it looks like. Still, it's as pretty as ever, and as weird as ever. Yeah, it's an expansion. Okay. Maybe that means it comes with like new powers and stuff. I don't know. That's something to be excited about. This is a high-selling game, so it gives people to keep the game, and that's what you want. Single-player game, story mode. You gotta have people. People have. Is this? Oh, it's just Auto Chess, the game. Hey, if you own it, you own it. So that's, yeah, keep it easy. What type of game is this? I don't know. It's just Auto Chess, the game. So. Okay, I know this game's already released on PC. Can't remember what it's called. I hear it's alright, but I hear like the puzzles are very simplistic. So it's like a good idea, but the puzzles don't really boggle the mind at all. So it's a pretty straightforward experience. Like, to be fair, I think they just gave away like 4 puzzles right there just in the trailer alone. And I'm almost certain this is the exact trailer that they showed for PC. I'm about 40% sure this is the exact trailer. Okay, but at least we got the little PS4 controller there. That's nice. The pedestrian, right? Right. That's definitely on PC though. Ooh,
Now let's
PS5.
take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
Ooh, we get 2.
We are the forest shadows.
Okay. So thankful that you guys just put whatever music you wanted here. Thank you so much. Alright, well, that's going to have to be edited later. Oh! Oh my gosh. Does she have like a Wolverine-esque thing going on there? Okay. There's something else going on here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So it's 4v4 V. Is this third person? It looks like it. Maybe. Yep. So it's PvPvE. Okay. Interesting. Is that PS5 exclusive, or is that just going everywhere? Hood Outlaws. Alright, that's one to be on the lookout for. I don't know how I feel about it, though. We have to see what it's like. Okay. Sorry, I forgot. This is. Alright, I know it's. Alright, Tim. Right, got you. This game's pretty cool from the standpoint you could like co-op the whole game. Co-op a Pokemon-esque type game. Oh my gosh. It just killed that thing. It legitimately just swatted that sucker out of the freaking atmosphere. It is dead. Okay. Yeah, it felt like seemed like a really big ultimate attack. All right,
before we wrap up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5 gameplay for this melee-focused action epic launching this holiday.
Now that we're talking about Godfall, let me just talk about this. Counterplay Games, big fan of them. I love their first. Well, I don't know if it was their first game. One game they came out with, Duelist, one of my all-time favorite games. Love that game. They scrapped it and moved on to this. And by scrapped, I mean it's gone.
My name is
you
Keith
cannot
Lee,
play it anymore.
And I am the game director for Godfall.
So right now I'm in a bit of a love-hate relationship with Counterplay Games.
We are very excited to share gameplay
This game
with you
better
today
be good.
and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Today you'll be seeing extensive gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's next-generation console. Please enjoy. So let's jump right into what Godfall is.
Okay.
Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action, satisfying moment-to-moment combat, and robust loot progression systems. You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates.
What is up with games going with this whole
brand new high fantasy universe
3-person squad? What happened to 4-person squads?
Arcane magic, and
they really expect you to only have 2 friends. If you have 3 friends, you were
split up into
way out
the
of luck.
elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire.
Till the Fire Nation attacked.
Godfall is a complete package. All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay. There are no microtransactions.
That's how you get the gamers on your side?
It's all in the game on day one.
That's an interesting statement.
You'll get to tear through enemies
never going to be
challenge
DLC?
a mad god who awaits you at the top. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat.
Yeah, these
Throughout
look
your
pretty
journey,
cool though.
you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history.
Okay, do they get
Now
gameplay
let's talk
differences?
about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher.
How many other looter slashers are there?
Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall.
It's interesting because I'm not seeing damage numbers, and I'm also not seeing health
melee
bars.
combat in Godfall is
So I can't tell
intended to be fluid,
if they're gonna
dynamic,
be there or
and
not.
interactive, embracing offense over defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time.
That sounds like
As a result, you should
button
always
mashing,
be
though.
moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies.
Could
and the
this
game
be the game
rewards
that
you for
Dynasty
being
Warriors
aggressive.
should have shifted to a long time ago?
Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons themselves.
Alright.
In Godfall, there are 5 weapon classes. The longsword.
5. Okay.
The dual blades.
Okay.
The polearm.
Dual blades and polearm. I'm liking those two.
The two-handed warhammer.
Okay, not my style, but alright.
And a two-handed greatsword.
Not my style either.
Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and play styles, ranging from fast combos to more strategic, deliberate play.
I definitely feel there should
As you
release
defeat enemies in
one.
your adventures,
you
will acquire numerous weapons.
But
for
then
each weapon category, each weapon with their own primary and secondary traits. At a later date, we will delve into the weapon classes and how to modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes.
Okay.
The dual blades
what was
are the
that?
fastest weapon class in Godfall.
Are those dual blades
embodying
attached to
speed,
ropes?
Fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets.
Okay.
You can perform a combo by executing
The way he made it
4
sound, it made it sound like you
consecutive
just switch
light
weapons on the fly.
The
I
dual
can't tell
blade
that's how it is.
heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone.
Also,
the blade cyclone
what's going on with some of these
can also
characters?
be used as a finisher
I'm
at
sorry,
the
I'm
end
talking
of your
over, but
light
he's not
attack
shutting up
combo.
either.
So
Some
what
of these
are the
characters go like
signature
into like a
moves
down but
for
not
dual
out state.
blades? As
That's
you build up charge,
an
you can
interesting
also
mechanic.
activate inner focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time. There's also mortal coil, where you can throw your blade into an enemy, pulling the enemy towards you, like
I see you,
pulling a
Scorpion.
cable. Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class.
Longsword style.
Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups.
It's the basic.
Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo.
For some reason, after playing Ghost of Tsushima, whenever I see like the red on the enemy, I would think, oh, it's an unblockable run.
Which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path.
Okay.
Notice there's a white flash after a longsword swing called a timing attack. If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword. The shield is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game. You can always block incoming attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at the right time, you can also parry an attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. The shield is great not just for defense, but also offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets. If you tap the shield button just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack.
Anyone else
you
feel
can
like
double tap the shield button to petrify enemies.
he's going really into the shield?
And of course,
considering how
you can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that were knocked down to the ground.
Okay, maybe that's what they do for the downed enemies. Anyone else feel though he went really into the shield and notice like he said like 6 things for the shield versus like the 3 things he said for like each separate weapon. And why am I getting such strong Infinity Blade vibes from this game? Like maybe it's from the whatchamacallit. It's from the armor, but I'm getting like super Infinity Blade vibes. Shield throw. I got you. Alright, we'll get away from that. Another spectral fury, whatever it's called. What is that orb on the ground? Is he losing armor in orb shape? Is that health? Okay, I'm guessing that's health. I'm guessing like there's a whole HUD here that we're missing out on right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, I hate that screen shape. Imagine that in a group fight. You have, after it's done, you have no clue where you are in the world. Okay.
We hope you enjoyed our first walkthrough video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5.
Interesting boss fight. Alright.
We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season.
Like I prefaced this, I
Godfall community
love-hate relationship
on Twitter,
with CPG.
Facebook,
Counterplay games.
and YouTube.
I really hope that Godfall does well though, because if it doesn't, then that means that Duelist got scrapped for literally no reason. But I am glad that they got away from Bandai Namco and now are in Gearbox.
That's a wrap.
I
hope you enjoyed this peek into the future
is the
of
reason why Duelist died.
See you next time.
Alright, but that's it. Overall, I think it actually did pretty well. That was interesting. We got to see a lot of gameplay. Some games are left mysteries, but overall, that was pretty decent. I'm excited for the PS4. I'm excited for the PS5. But, you know, the PS4 still got some life in it, so I'm looking forward to that. Alright, thanks for watching, though, guys. Catch you guys next time.